Bit of a sweat today. So I wanted to share with you what happened when I came back from my refuge. So I was at a refuge, or women's refuge, for 4 months, and I'd ran away from a guy that was sexually assaulting me, um, keeping me at his place when I wanted to go, trying to keep my stuff, trying to keep my pets, and also just really making my life quite miserable. And so I had to go, had to run away. He had beaten me up previously, and he could get really scary and smash things up. And if things didn't go his way, he smashed things up. So he smashed my car up, smashed my phone up. He, been really horrible. And I wondered if he had antisocial personality disorder. That's what I thought. Anyway, so I went to a refuge, and I felt lonely. I was far away from family and friends, and it cost money to be there, and I couldn't afford the services that I weren't receiving. And so anyway, I come back to my flat, and so I found out that while I was away for 4 months, he actually came to my building of flats every single day and rang my buzzer every single day. And so that's how, when I did return, he knew I was back, because he'd visited every single day for 4 months. And one of the people in the flats had told him that where I'd gone, that I'd gone to a refuge that she said I'd gone to a rehab in Bournemouth. So he knew where I was. He didn't know that I was at a refuge. Anyway, so he said to me during the 4 months that he's been gone that he's had counselling, and he's a different person. This is what he said. He said he's had counselling, like once a fortnight, I think it is, and therapy. And he said to me, and he actually, I let him chat to me and talk to me, and I must admit it was odd because I could usually sense his lies and his drama. And when he chatted to me about, he said, I'm going to tell you everything, the lies from the truth. And so he went through his life of all the lies that he told me, and then told me the truth of it all. And so what he had done is actually made himself sound a lot worse than what he was, with everything that he had already told me. So he would say lots of bad stuff, but it wasn't true. He'd copy things off of the TV, and he'd copy scenarios off of the TV, and he made him, so he gave himself a bad name by repeating what was on the TV, but what wasn't actually happening in his life, that he wasn't actually doing. But he said, I said, why did you do all the horrible things to me? Why, if you love me, and why didn't you let me have my freedom? Why did you keep my stuff? Why did you smash this up? Why did you do this? Why did you smash my car up? Why did you break my stuff? Why did you do all of this stuff? And so he said that he thought I'm laughing because it's so stupid that anyone could think this, that controlling someone kept them in your life. So he thought that if you want someone in your life, you control them, you give them a bad time so that they go to you. It's crazy. So he would make comments about other pretty women and about their bodies and stuff, and I said, why did you say things like that? And he said it was because he wanted to make me jealous. What else did he say? I'm sharing this with you because I think it's quite bizarre, but this is the mindset. And so during his counselling, he actually didn't know that he was quite a bad person. He didn't actually know that his mindset was really bad. And so he says he's a completely different person, that he's not controlling, that he's not scary, he's not violent, he's nothing like that. And so I'm kind of observing, and obviously I'm not falling for it really, I'm taking it as a pinch of salt, but it would be interesting to see if he has been changed by this counselling, because I think that is quite quite important. And so he had counselling with a company called St Catherine's House, and he had counselling with a man. He had to wait about 6 months for this counselling to have it with a man, and he said that he explained everything that he'd done in his life and everything that had happened in his life, and this counsellor, this man, was able to explain to him the effects that he had on people, and the result was that he lost out. He lost his friendships. He lost girlfriends, and basically he'd been awful in every relationship that he had, and he was just selfish, and just he thought that that's how you keep someone that you want. And but anyway, so I've been back a couple of weeks, and he's been peaceful, although he's still acting a bit needy, saying that he needs to see me, and could he spend time with me, and things like that. And since I've been away at a refuge, I'm not needy anymore. I'm happy to have some time of my own. I did miss him, but I didn't miss him enough to actually want to jump straight back into a relationship with him, in a sense that he could feel like everything was fine. So anyway, I'm gonna start sharing some things from something called the Freedom Program, and hopefully that will help. So if you're thinking of going to a refuge, or if you've got a guy that's pretty badly behaved, maybe you can listen to the things that I share from the Freedom Program. Here's one of the books. It's a bit chewed at the edge there because my dog got hold of it. But anyway, I'm going to share some things from the Freedom Program, and I'm going to update you with how things go with this guy, and maybe I can get him to actually talk on camera as well, as soon as he says he's a new person, and maybe he'll let me record him and speak about the things that happened to cause him to be as he was, and why he's changed according to him. So anyway, bye for now. Thanks for listening.